call to the booth. Aqib Talib here. We got my Super Bowl prediction. Y'all know I got it right last year. No fly zone, power rankings. Paul dropped that beat.
We finally made it. Week 1 of the NFL season. I don't even know how many weeks of the offseason there were, but I'm finally glad it's over. We playing football for real, for real. Harrison Sanford, Aqib Talib. What is good, my friend?
What's going on, Harrison?
Ain't nothing much, man. So what also came this past weekend, Aqib, were album releases. It feels like Kanye was supposed to release like 5 different times. Drake also released finally. Had the internet going to buzz. Even got Kawhi Leonard in a music video, which I thought I'd never see. I feel tempted to ask you the same question that everybody has been talking about on the internet. What's the better album? But I could also just ask you what album you've been listening to the most. I'll let you take charge on that.
I've been on the Drake, you know what I'm saying? Last I heard, I thought Kanye was doing like gospel music, you know what I'm saying? So I thought it was more like a gospel feel to the album. Nothing against the gospel music, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I don't really listen to the gospel music, so I ain't really get into the Kanye because I thought it was more on that side, but I always get into the Drake.
Yeah, some of the tracks on the Kanye album are official.
I heard that though.
Yeah, no, he got some bangers on there.
I heard. And then, I gotta Drake, get on it. I definitely got to get on it.
The problem is with both albums, ain't nobody got time 2 hours to listen to a whole album. We got football going on.
Nah, you got to do it a little bit at a time.
Yeah, gotta do it a little bit at a time. With that being said, take my word for it. King's Disease is the best album of the year, Nas's album. It's straight heat, and it's consistent. With that being said, last year when we did this show in week 1, Aqib predicted who would be in the Super Bowl. He'll give us his prediction for this year, upcoming soon. But first, we might as well do our power rankings. Coming in at number 1, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Number 2, Kansas City Chiefs, last 2 teams in the Super Bowl. The Green Bay Packers, Buffalo Bills, all teams that were in the conference championship games last year, and the LA Rams. We're going to focus in on the LA Rams here a bit, Aqib. Matthew Stafford in at quarterback. We didn't see him during the preseason. There are some people saying he can get up to 6,000 passing yards. Yeah. What do you expect from him as a passer this season for the LA Rams?
I expect it to look good, man. I kind of been out to LA, had to do the preseason for them guys. So I kind of got to feel the vibe of the team. And, man, that's a confident group of guys. Matt Stafford could throw the ball around, man. You put him with this high-powered offense, man, I think it could be good for these guys. They stay healthy. I think Matt Stafford will have a hell of a year. That's why I got him at number 5, Harrison.
So there's some people who are going to question the high-powered ability of this offense. Yes, Cooper Kupp is great. Robert Woods is there as well. But obviously Cam Akers got hurt. And I know Gerald Everett is not there as that other tight end. Obviously Tyler Higbee is still there at tight end. Give me a reason for optimism as it pertains to the decrease of weapons offensively.
I mean, you added guys as well. You added Deshaun, you know what I'm saying? You added a few guys. And I think with the run game, man, you see first it was Ty Gurley. Cam Akers came in. They like Henderson there too. You know what I'm saying? He had some good games last year as well. So I think the run game kind of handle itself. It's plug and play, man. As long as you got a guy who can break a second level tackle, you're gonna be all right. So they got a better decision maker under the center. Is what I hear. So you make better decisions and you're a little more accurate downfield than Jared was. I think that offense could get to where it was before.
And obviously that defense was spectacular. And speaking of defenses, we're going to get to Aqib's no-fly zone for the 2021 season, at least for week 1. Before we do that, take a quick little listen to our interview with Patrick Surtain of the Denver Broncos.
What separates first-round corners and the top guys in the league?
What separates it, I think it's you play each and every week. I think you got to go out there the same type of urgency, the same type of play style. And I just think that as far as the cornerback position, cornerback is probably the toughest position on the field, physically, because you're out there on that island. You got locked down opposing number 1 receivers down. So you got to have a certain type of mentality out there each and every week, especially in the league. You're going against great receivers each and every week. So I believe you got to be very technical, very sound with your work ethic. You just got to go in each and every week, just having the same type of, play style and the same type of swagger out there. Just always had that confidence.
You talked about playing against great wide receivers. As Aqib said, you better get comfortable in Denver. And if you're going to get comfortable in Denver, that also means you got to get comfortable going against Patrick Mahomes. Obviously, I know you're going against Daniel Jones and the New York Giants this weekend, and we could talk about that a bit later. But I imagine somebody like you who wants to be great, you got to be excited to go against Patrick Mahomes more than once a season, guaranteed.
Yeah, man. The Chiefs, they've been, dynamic offense ever since, since he came in the league, Patrick Mahomes. They got a great offense, a great, personnel over there. That'd be an exciting matchup as well, too. I think our whole division, we got, great talent on offense. The Chargers, Herbert, young quarterback, Keenan Allen, all them boys, the Raiders, Derek Carr, Henry Ruggs, Jacobs, Darren Waller. With the Chiefs, they got, a dynamic offense with Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, so it's, our division is set, forward to, just going out there, proving yourself each and every week because, you're going against the best competition in your division. So, I'm excited for that.
All I say is do you, baby. Like you said, you grow up in with that football background, man. Lock in on that tape. That tape going, that's the cheat code right there. I ain't learning to year 5.
Let's go into the no-fly zone power rankings. We made them popular last year, and we had to come back for another rerun of that. But new this year, I don't think the Broncos ever made it to the no-fly zone last year, but they are number 1 right now. The Rams are in at number 2. Cleveland Browns at 3. Washington football team, still the Washington football team. I thought they would have changed that by now at number 4. And the Baltimore Ravens at 5. Washington really needs to get a name now. Number 1, the Broncos. Just tell me about obviously you played there. What are you seeing from that unit? What are the capabilities of that unit? If you were, let's say you were DC, how would you describe how you would use them in attack?
Well, we know how they're going to get used. They're going to get used how fans use them. You know what I'm saying? 3-match type of defense. So I put them number 1 because they got the ball hawks, man. They got the ball hawks. They added 2 vet corners. You know what I'm saying? Guys who started in this league, guys who could play football. You know what I'm saying? Then you add the rookie. Hey, he speak for himself, right? So, man, you got 2 safeties who get the ball as well, man. So I think second year in this defense or third year, whatever it is in this defense, man, them guys, they got the right guys in line, man. They got the right vets mixed with the right young guys. You got Vaughn back. He going to have a lot to do with it. I think this is the year they're gonna put up some numbers in that secondary.
I've been getting people upset in Madden with the way I've been picking on people recently.
I'm
with
telling
the
you.
Broncos. I'm doing my research via EA Sports. All right, before we go to break, Super Bowl prediction. Last year you called it. What do you got this year?
I'm gonna call it again. I don't feel as confident as I did last year. I ain't gonna lie. But I'm going to say they're going to run it back, man. Chiefs and the Bucs going to run it back. And I ain't betting against Tommy this time, man. Tommy going to go back-to-back. I think he bow out gracefully after that.
Last year, we broke down A-plus matchups. Aqib did, rather yet. Looking at the top wide receivers going against top DBs, you got to listen to the insight, especially if you're making prop bet decisions, if you're playing DFS, you got fantasy football. But when it comes to the A-plus matchup, there's one rule and one rule only.
If you want to be on the A-plus matchups, you gotta follow.
Gotta follow, indeed. There's nothing that makes me more excited. It's one of the best things in football when you see a premier wide receiver, premier DB, and he's shadowing him all over the field. Those are some of the most exciting plays on a Sunday. So let's get into what might be the best one. Davante Adams, the Green Bay Packers, going against Marshawn Lattimore and the New Orleans Saints.
Cracking early.
Give me if you're Marshawn Lattimore and you've seen what Davante Adams did last year, but they say it's the last dance, so Davante's going to want to go off. How do you approach this matchup if you're Marshawn Lattimore?
I mean, I think he played against him before, so I mean, it's only one way to approach it. You better be on the tape. You better know what's going on. It's the Packers. You know what's going on. They ain't going to switch up too much. Be ready for them releases. And compete, baby. You know what time it is. First game, week 1, I'm going to give him a tub. I
feel like if you're a star player, you want to start out on a hot note. You want to
Yeah,
if
and you're
Aaron
gonna have a
Rodgers,
couple new wrinkles. You're gonna have a couple new wrinkles to the offense, some stuff that Marshawn haven't seen before, especially in the red zone key situations. So he might get a short. They good at, the motion plays and stuff like that. They good at getting Devontae the ball inside the 10 and stuff like that. So I'll give him a tub.
going on to our second matchup, and I think I heard your commentary on this. I think you said that the Rams are going to be happy that Andy Dalton is going to be at quarterback as opposed to Justin Fields for week 1. That matchup's happening at SoFi Stadium. It's going to be lit. Their first home game in front of real fans. The Rams are going to want to get down, which means Jalen Ramsey is going to want to get down. Tell me the challenge that Allen Robinson has going into this matchup.
Man, well, Allen Robinson, he gonna have to deal with first of all, you're gonna have to deal with limited time because AD and them are gonna be coming. Plus, Rock gonna have a nice little blitz package that you haven't seen from the Rams yet. So he gonna have to go to work quick, and he gonna have to deal with Jalen Ramsey, man. I'm sure Jalen Ramsey gonna follow him left to right. You know what I'm saying? Especially if he start doing work early. If he's not following him at first, if he start going to work, Jalen will be on him for sure. So the Rams ain't gonna give up no passing touch week 1, not with Dalton in there.
All right, so let's go into our next big time matchup. We'll look ahead to Thursday night football as we get ready to close out the show. Dallas Cowboys. You know what? Hard Knocks was smooth, but it wasn't really as drama filled as I thought it would have been. They're trying to bring no drama into the Tampa Bay Buccaneers matchup outside of Zach Martin not being there. So 7.5 underdogs against the Super Bowl champions with the 52 over under. I know the Buccaneers are Super Bowl champions.
Yeah.
7.5 though.
That's a lot of points, man. That's a lot of points. I don't know. Even without Zach Martin, I don't know if I like the 7.5. I don't know if Dallas gonna go out there and beat them boys, but I like them to go compete, man. I like them to go out there and give them a good game. So I'll take Dallas plus 7.5 in this one.
Yeah, it seems like that's a large line, but then again, it is Tom Brady, and again, they bring back all 20.
It is Tommy.
And they bring back all 22. It's scary out there. With that being said, though, as I look at the Cowboys, and just if you could focus in on the defense for me, because obviously that was the one thing that everybody was disappointed with last year. Obviously, you could expect to fall off with the offensive production with Dak being injured. Micah Parsons is there. What should we expect from the Cowboys and hopefully in an improved defensive attack?
Man, I think just the guys who play defense, man, they got a better understanding of the defenses. Not as much going on, man. Guys going to be able to just, get a play, know what they're doing, make simple checks, and play fast. So it's a much simpler defense, but, I think they'll be a lot better this year.
We'll see how they do against Tom Brady, Antonio Brown, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Rob Gronkowski, Ronald Jones, Leonard Fournette, Giovanni Bernard, and
they definitely gonna have their hands full.
Definitely going. Well, you could name every star player, every player in the unit. They got the business. They got the goods for sure. Speaking of the goods, tomorrow we have an interview with Patrick Surtain of the Denver Broncos, the rookie who could be defensive rookie of the year. Aqib interviewed him, gave him some tips. Make sure you tune into that. This is Call to the Booth. Aqib Talib, Harrison Sanford. Deuces.